Alright guys, welcome back to another exciting tutorial. So right now we want to continue from where we stopped. So we want to start styling the entire wrap-up content before we dive into our form. Alright, without no further ado, let's dive in. I'm already inside the CSS environment. So what I would do is that I would like to ensure that I make sure that I don't want to see any kind of space within or space outside. So I will say margin and padding to be equal to 0. So this is the default. That okay, if you want to style and you don't want just anyhow space, you know, there's always a default space that HTML will always give you. So always figure out how you can make sure that this space is not there. You create your own space yourself. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is that we are going to style the container like this. Let's start styling the container. So we want to style the container. I want to give the container color, and at the same time I want to give it a space. Okay, so I want to give it a space so within. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to say, because that container is a class, I'll say dot container, and at the same time I'll say, okay, I want the padding top, like the space from the top to be 72 pixels. Okay, and at the same time 72 pixel, and at the same time I want the space at the bottom, which is within. I want it to be like 112 pixel. All right, so after that I can now give it a background color. You see exactly what I'm trying to drive in. All right, okay, I will say the background color is going to be something that looks like off-white. Okay, so F0 F2 F5 F5 F0 F2 F5. I think this should look like off-white. All right, good. So let me save it, and I have to go and check it out. Okay, fine. I think it has actually given me some kind of color. I think I have to maximize this. So this thing is too big. I need to figure out how I can make it a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go straight down into my VS Code. I'm scrolling down, and I'm going to say fine. Oh, now that I've given the container some kind of color, what I would do is that I will have to work on the content. All right, so what is the content? This is the content. Okay, I'll have to copy the content down below here. I'll say dots, and I will say, okay, fine, the content, I'll give it a width of 980 pixel, width of 980 pixel. Okay, and I'll say margin 20 pixel, margin 20 pixel or 2. So when I say margin 20 pixel or 2, that means I want to centralize it. Okay, fine. All right, you can see I've actually centralized it. It's already at the center, so good. So what I'm going to do right now is that this thing is extremely big. This is not what I really want. I want it to be smaller. So what I'm going to do is that I will work on these two. So, and let me go back to my CSS. I'm scrolling down right now, so I have to go straight down to the image, because image, you are too big and I need to resize you. So when you look at the image is still part of image is part of the, let me say, the logo, class of logo. Okay, so I can easily do that by reducing the size or something like that. So here I will say, okay, good. But before that, what should I do? All right, let's start from the logo itself. I say, okay, logo, I'm actually going to select you together with the image. So I'm scrolling down. I say dot logo together with the img tag. So the img tag is the image tag, so I need to figure out how I can make sure that the width is smaller. So let me say width, and let me say 100 pixel, and let me see whether that 100 pixel is going to make sense. Okay, let me give it 106. All right, so, and at the same time I will say margin is equals to 28 pixel. Margin is equals to 28 pixel. So by the time I do that, you can see this thing is now very small. Okay, very small. Okay, we can increase the size. All right, okay, let me say 160 pixel. You can see it's a little bit bigger now. So the moment you increase the size or whatever, it increases. Okay, and I don't like the way this thing. I think let me just increase the size. Let me give it maybe 200, and let me give this one minus, because I want it to be very close. Okay, let me give this one 160 back. Let me give it I'm just trying to resize it. Let me give it probably 24. All right, don't worry, we'll move on. We're still going to figure out how we can make this thing smaller. All right, so I think I need to do something concerning this size. All right, let me just go to my index.html, and I think I need to give this class a quote. All right, let's just give it a quote. So anytime I want to style, I can easily say I'm styling the quote. So okay, the quote is that wet, so I have to scroll down, dot quotes, and I have to say, hey quote, I want to style you. I want to give it a font size of 28 pixel, and I would like to actually give you a font weight of 500. Font weight means how thickness it is, how very bold is this. Let me give you 500, and at the same time let me give you a color that looks like gray. All right, something that looks like gray. Let's say 30. Okay, so by the time you do that, let's check it out. Voila. It's actually, you know, we're getting there, but this thing is too long, so we need to figure out how we can at least make sure that it's not covering this place that we want to actually put our form. So how are we going to do that? Okay, fine, we can do that by saying, okay, let's go back to our index.html. You see this left content, we need to give it a width, something that will not make it to be too long. So I can easily scroll up content, left content. I always like the fact that whatever I'm styling, it's always in line with, you know, this content is at the top, left content follows it, content at the top, left content follows it, so that I'll be able to read whatever I'm styling. So let's say the width it's going to be 580 pixel, and padding is going to be, padding right is going to be 32. You know, all this padding and margin, you have to understand these basics. Padding right is 32 pixel. In my previous tutorial on CSS, it's pretty simple. So box sizing, I'll say border box, so that the box sizing, I'll say border box. Alright, let's save it and let's see what's gonna happen. You can see this thing has actually, you know, come down a little, but I need to make sure that I figure out how I can make this particular image to be a little bit big. You can see I have a space where I can actually build my form. So I don't know how I'm actually going to give it a size, but let's figure it out. Probably in the next tutorial I'm going to see what size I'm going to give my image, so that it's not going to be too small, and so that everything is going to be normal. Thank you, and this is where I'm actually going to do the video for now. In the next tutorial we're going to see how we can start creating that box for our form, and it's going to be really awesome. Thank you, and I can't wait to have you in the next tutorial. I would like you to subscribe on this channel. It gives me a morale, the ginger to actually drop more videos and concerning what I'm actually working on, and you can drop a comment and like, and let me know what you really want me to build in the next future. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.